We're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Washington football team. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is Leonard Fournette, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Niners, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game. On 2nd and 9, George going up top. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
49ers nothing.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for the Niners.
Let's go. Tighten up. 45,
Mahomes now on first down. Flush to his right. He finds his man complete. That's Rowe. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Back to throw. George.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Fournette, a first down carry. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. George. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0.
49ers nothing. Ohsosmylze610 set to kick off.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
Now a 2nd down and 6.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. It's going to be a long
A handoff to Fournette. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Six yards left on second down.
Off the play fake. George. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw on third down. George. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now Leonard Fournette. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. George.
Connection made with Chenault.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. A big play there by the rookie, an interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
49ers 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. George. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. This is Fournette. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Fournette running out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Back to throw. George.
Over the middle, he's got Chenault.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Dustin Hopkins now for the Washington field goal.
From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
The throw over the middle taken in.
He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, 49ers.
We know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
From the 6. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Off-play action. George. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And some space here. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now for the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? He'll check this one off to Fournette. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And just like that, it's third down. Looking to throw. George. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, George. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
The final shot before break. George. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. His throw incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
This pass caught by Hamler.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And a big turnover there as his get the football back.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Running on 1st down is Fournette, but he can only manage a yard or so before he's brought down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
So another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
K.J. Hamler
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point up and through. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Washington 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Flushed out right. Complete. It's Johnson.
7 yards, the pickup there.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. George. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Nick Bolton
drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is fielded at the 27.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Flush to his right.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
KJ Hamler
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position back.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To try again after the sack. George.
Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards on the play, but it's 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point.
This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception.
picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw.
They're going right back to Hamler.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Going to get the kick off in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now, slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Niners 42, Washington 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jackson now to return.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Washington on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Now he'll let it go deep left side. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here's another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise. And
he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point attempt to come here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Washington 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man has got it, the tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stopped him well short.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. There he goes left side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
A short kick taken at the 18.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Open man Hamler, that's complete.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.